A lovely day from here. All the lovers of freedom, God Almighty bless you all. The God of heaven and earth, the ancient of days, the I am that never fails, the one that said the ending from the beginning, will keep you, will continue to bless you. Even here, Lord, what by ye, even Lord, Yangalo. What thou net, what I Iranoroke, ever Ranoria. The Maya Feno, you put one, no women, why you born, why ye. O carry your bag with Bonano. O carry your bag with Makiri with Dono. You don't have any Mamma Dama, wagging you when well. Who does he? You don't want me where you were born. To the dark women of Iguana. No one swim and have it with us there. If I'm again, if I'm a soup, never see my bill. He said, please, before you sit down and start watching, our first commenter today, Ikmons Ogbes, God bless you. God bless you in a hurry. Please, if you are watching, very, very important, share among. Did no longer time to say, made and no say, I share that guy video. You have to share because we are still in the era of salvation for humanity and redemption. If you watch it today, we are not selfish with whatever thing we are doing. All informations, we always disseminate it, irrespective of whatsoever it may concern. All necessary information that we need, we always disseminate it. So you have to do the same likewise. Please, very, very important. And as you are watching, your comment, your love and like is also highly welcome. I'm still going to be sealing up a prayer. I've already prayed in the private here. I don't normally do this in the private, but I was led to do it. But one of our 6-month-old baby that is sick. I was called today that is in coma. So the news really break my heart. I've already prayed. I just also want every one of you to say amen to the prayer. Wherever you're going to be watching the video from. I don't want to really elaborate on it on live broadcast. It's like somebody is trying to do hypocrisy or psychophancy. So we've already prayed. The baby is in coma. I was told, I'm not going to be mentioning the name, the family of the baby. 6-month-old baby boy is in coma. Please, that whichever prayer that I've prayed here, as I'm standing, that God Almighty should answer that very prayer and let that baby come back alive to her parents. So if you are led, whatever time you are going to be watching this very broadcast, just put your amen there and also pray also. So many things is happening. We are here to stand in the gap for everyone. We are here to stand in the gap for everyone as we are led. So please, as you are watching, don't hesitate to share, please. As you are watching, there are too much intels for today. I was about to be coming out yesterday. I don't want to copy the messages we have today. But I'm going to be trying as much as possible to make sure the whole topics or the whole heading is treated. I must make sure that everything we have in the heading we've written must be treated. So that one is a must. We have to do that. Very, very important. I have found that way. I have found that way. I have found that way. That way to my freedom. Who does it is that way. The God of my ancestors is that way. Consistency is that way. That way is to our freedom. Sensibleness is that way. The God Almighty is that way. Tukoi Kabiama is that way. That way is to our freedom. Please, you have to share. And for those of you that might have written, read the heading, what you see there is true. That's why we have to, switch into action on time. Because these people, they mean what they feel they're doing. They mean what they are doing. We have to make sure we switch into action. Very, very important and necessary. So if we have shared for you, also share for others. The reason why it's still a little bit difficult for us today, most of our followers who are not on group WhatsApp, most of our followers they are not on group WhatsApp because of one reason or the other. So we need to try to inbox it to them, and it's making us to work excess work. So it's not easy. A lot of people have not seen anything. They'll say they don't see something. Somebody will just be good to you, tell you, say, Chairman, I don't want to be in WhatsApp. And whenever time you want to do message, you have to also spend time to send it to that person. And I pray God take preeminent control of everything that inconveniences us. I pray God Almighty take preeminent control of everything that inconveniences us. So this is the little we're going to be doing on WhatsApp. Then we go back to Facebook. Then we'll continue sharing a little on Facebook so that to reach a larger audience. Enough endurance, Ajayi. God bless you. I've seen your comment also. Let me appreciate some persons. Lovely Jesus, I also see your comment. Meshkana Atoni Owowu Abi. I don't know if I'm correct. I've also seen your comment here. So God, please, if you are watching, make sure you share. It's going to be great by the grace of God today. And please, whatever thing we put in here, we are not putting it to frighten you. Rather than we are putting it for you to put on a good armor to fight whatever thing that try to take away your life. Whatever thing we put here, we are not putting it trying to kill your spiritual immune system, rather than giving you information of the plans that they have, so that you also know the way to intensify your prayers. Being that the birds have chosen to fly without perching, the hunters have also chosen to shoot without missing. That's why, being that they don't want to relent from what they are doing, we keep on exposing them. That's the reason why I'm not here to frighten you. I get the love I have for you is more than the one you have for me. The love I have for you is more than the one you have for me. You never love me. I'm the one that loves you. If you love me, I will know. I'm doing all these things to make sure we save lives. That's the reason why I'm doing what I'm doing. Hello, Mama, I'm on live broadcast. So I'm doing what I'm doing to make sure we, every one of us, survive or is saved in the plans of the evil ones. So if we put this uncertainty in here, a lot of people feel we are making mockery of them. No, you are the one that is making mockery of me. That's why you have been praying. Oh boy, why me myself? I'm planning to see how I save you. So that's that. I have found that way, I have found that way, I have found that way to my freedom. The God of my ancestors is that way. Mother Nature is that way. God of universe is that way. That way is to our freedom. Okay, let's go there now and let's introduce the topic. Please, we've already raised a prayer for a very little boy, 6 months old. I was told today that is in coma. That let's pray that God Almighty should save that baby and bring him back to life. So we have already done that prayer. I intend to also bring it so that I know most of you are very powerful, but you don't know how powerful you are. Until you begin to pick some certain responsibility and fight it, you will not know how powerful you are. I started testing myself. I put myself into test. Then I now know that, yes, I can talk about our traditional ruling council in Edo State that they are demonic because I've already know what I carry. So that's why we have to speak the truth. Benin Traditional Council is so weaponized that you are never allowed to speak the truth. Even the pastor cannot preach the true gospel. That's the extent we have gone. It has been so weaponized that you can't say it. And until we intend to tackle all these problems, forget about better society. It can't come. It is no longer a high education, it is a high indoctrination. That's why we have been indoctrinated right from birth. Telling you that one man is more than every other person. That's the highest indoctrination and is a crime against humanity. You were given birth to, then they brainwashed you. Do you know to brainwash person is a sin? That's the highest anybody can commit to. When a lot of people say blasphemy against the Holy Spirit, this is the highest blasphemy you can ever do. Even the one of Jesus, the one they wrote in that Jebre. For somebody to teach you and nurse you up that there is a man that we are not giving birth to, that his own throne were given from heaven. How did they bring it? And why are they not effective today? Why are they not fighting for us? Why would they fight now about the Fulanization and the depopulation? Why will it be left for only me? Why is it the person that fell from heaven is not doing it? So if a lot of you want to be saved, you have to remove emotion and excitement over what you are doing. If you are tired of following, it's of you to start saying, you are doing yourself. You are not doing me. If you can say, I'm very healthy. I'm very, very healthy. 100% sane. That's who you are seeing. Because I could see what you couldn't see. Then let's go to the next agenda. They said 8 billion. They go back in 78 months' time, according to them. Now, for those of us that know the chairman of World Economic Forum, Klaus Schwab, he has been saying it. And we begin to see that the proactive measure that they are putting, they are gaining ground. Why are they gaining ground? Because our people still believe in doing party and doing some unnecessary things. I saw a guy that do blog. But the reason why I put it here was that I saw a guy, not that I didn't know before. I found out that this guy, they follow me. Because I know they follow him. Is this guy following me? How does he get all this information? Then I shared the very information to 1 or 2 persons. Then I was, moved to bring it to a notification. So that you don't begin to feel as if it's not a thing that's going to happen. Not that the God is not going to come to our rescue. But one thing you have to do right now, Exodus 14:14, God will fight your fight, you hold your peace. You have to first of all know if you have a fight, the kind of fight you've got, how many people coming to come and fight you, the kind of weapon they are holding, so that you also know the way to prepare yourself. And the only way right now you can prepare, you have to prepare yourself mentally. And we're also going to be talking about the Georgia Guidestone today. And I'm going to be telling you, rationing it to you, using quadratic equation, almighty formula, as when they wrote the Bible 2,000 years ago, the population that they said is going to be entering heaven is 144,000. That was the population then. And I'm going to be relating it to you to Georgia Guidestone. This is not an intel. It is there in your Google or your Google machine. Go and search it. But let me just quickly finish introducing the topic. Then we go there right now. According to them, they say 8 billion. They go back in 78 months' time, which is by 2030. I have told you before, so that I have that back in mind. They go and put on armor now. Instead of you to start following nonsense, begin to, try how you save yourself, because it's not going to be an easy task. It's a fight you need to fight for yourself. Now, the Georgia Guidestone contain the devil or satanic commandments. The Georgia Guidestone contain the devil or satanic commandment. We are going to be going there. Then President William Ruto of Kenya criticized UN for unfairness to Africans. There's not going to be time for me to play that very video. There is a video clip I would have played, but I don't know if I can put it here. So that, let me just quickly put that one here. Then I can now omit some other things later. Let me just quickly put that one here, so that the heading did not go in vain. Please, if you are watching, invite your friends. Please, very, very important. If you are watching, please, you have to invite your friend. Very, very important. So let's go there. Let's go there and see what that very place has for us. Am I facing oh God. I can't find the video in where I share it to. Then this thing will delay me now. So let me see. For this kind of a thing I've not happened once. Okay, the mass I think is in Facebook. I uploaded it. Let me just go to Facebook and play it out. Let me go to Facebook and play it out. I just want it to be a complete teaching. I want to make it a complete teaching so that you know that our leaders have woken up. This will not be business as usual, you know. They've woken up from their slumber. And I thank God for the step the Kenyans they are taking.
It is neither democratic. It is.
Listen to it.
That only 5 countries of this world hold meaningful power in the UN Security Council. None of them is African.
Yes.
More than half of the world's population is not represented in the UN Security Council.
Yeah.
It is neither democratic,
yeah.
It is not representative,
yes.
It is not transparent,
at all.
It is not accountable, determined.
Yes.
And its intervention is likewise biased.
Yes.
In 2023, it should not be possible for the foremost institution
yes.
of global governance
yes.
to remain so egregiously exclusive.
We are winning.
Non-representative and claim to stand for any meaningful human norm.
Now, what you are seeing here is not all about William RUTO that is speaking. This is our ancestor represented. It's a masterpiece. Our ancestors are choosing a masterpiece in Kenya. Why your Nigerian animals and they want to use subsidy to kill you. Nigeria is supposed to be on a global scale right now fighting, but none of them fighting. Your kingdom is not fighting for you. Your presidency is not fighting for you. It's a very big pity. So let's go there. So let's take it from Georgia Guidestones. And this one, I will not climb the escalator or the ladder to tell you how many people, how the ratio, how many people that are going to be entering heaven. The Electoral Court of Brazil disqualified Bolsonaro for 8 years. They've retreated Bolsonaro, the president of Brazil, the one that won the election. You know, I told you before now that the election was run with about 5 million glitch to the Losiva. So they are still worrying the man, which we are still going to be installing him back. So we're getting for 8 years, they'll be disqualified by 8 years. Then, to resume any political whatever office by 2030, that time, it will be remaining 5% of the world. Because by 2030, they said it's going to be remaining 5% of the world. And what we got to do right now is to make sure we fight to make sure we are part of that 5%. Then the remaining 95% choose to do whatever that is in their mind. So you have to fight for yourself. So that's that. Now, Bombero de España in Los Incendios de Canada. The Spanish government have already sent about 100 fire brigades, firefighters to Canada, because there is fire burning in Canada, but the Canadian alien, they don't know about this. It's affecting so many states in America already. And another thing again, the Canadian did, Justice Trudeau, you know, any country at Lagos will be writing it down. Any country at Lagos will be writing it down. It's not going to be affecting the citizen, but the government go feel them for body. Thank God right now, nobody have died, no casualty. But they must feel the heat for tampering with people's life. If there's a man to pray, there's a God to answer, and the man God is using. So any country you see that are Lagos on, if something happen, call me. I want to be taking note of it. So we have caused them, and they must hear it all. Spanish fire brigade, they are there now in hundreds. And the Canadian also PIDIO, AYUDA, ALA, EU, Polos Isiendo, they also ask for help. May you come help them. Because the fire that is burning. I have found that way. I have found that way. You cannot touch God's children. And this year has not happened in the history. You may be surprised. Only man that will agree that a prayer and pray. And if this one is not blessing now, I'm not telling you say I'm the one that bless. I have said it. UK will not have happiness. France government will not have happiness. And they support this in Switzerland, EMA happiness. Only where now right now, the reason why I can only cause on Italy because Giorgia Meloni is trying to, because these are part of the B system. He's trying to see how he remove their names by not carrying these things to forward. The reason why today what's happening to Emmanuel Macron is happening to Emmanuel Macron. It's not about that 17 years old boy that was killed. The French people, being that they are sensible, they are not like a Christian of Nigeria. So they are worrying the man, make the man come use to take confess of what he have done against the people. But most of all, we don't know that the government have done something against you. You think it's a bed of roses. So the Canada, they have asked for help from EU. Made them come help them quench fire. And that fire is the fire of our ancestors. You can't quench it until everything they put in that bush is burned down. I'm going to be telling you on a very good day. I'm not going to be doing that today. Maybe in our next video, I pray I remember. I'm going to be telling you the father of Justin Trudeau. You'll be surprised. I'm going to be telling you that another day. The father of Justin Trudeau. I'm going to be adding on that in territory. Let me not put this down one here. Then there is something Mark Hancock did. The former head secretary of the Janjaweed UK. Let me read to you what he said inside this very week. He said, Britain must prepare for harder lockdown, says Matt Hancock, head secretary, at a time COVID hit, admit the government pandemic strategy was woefully inadequate. The man accepted. Even most doctor, the good doctor, our patriotic doctor we have in UK, they've already said that this is okay, no? That they okay, no? But we still have UK alien. They are defending it. Particularly Benin people. They are the most stupid. Guys, I have not seen some people in my life. I just wonder, oh man, I'm going in. Now, why this man, I think there was a video, he said sorry several times. Please forgive me. All of them, they are feeling remorse over the crime they committed. The only people that will never accept, the people from the palace. They can never accept it. And you that they are dragging along with their own world to message. And these are the same people, this is how God has made them to be destroyed. You know, there are people that is already auto-condemnation. If you follow them, my dear, you will also be condemned. That's why the book of Philippians 2, verse 12, the part B of it, it says, walk at your salvation with fear and with trembling. Then if I want to translate it to our Idu land, then you have to cough your cough. Do your own. Stop losing emotions. Now come and swear. If your traditional ruling council is not weaponized, come and swear. If it's not that young man, we're November. We're born men who stupid set of alien. So that's that. Now, this one is taking out to Georgia Guidestone gradually. Then let me read to you the Georgia Guidestone. And this topic was supposed to be 2. Because the one I skipped yesterday now, that's why I always want to do video at times. So that it's not making me to elaborate the way. So, boy, can you down your down. Now let's go to the Georgia Guidestones. Then to what I told you before, it contained the devil or satanic commandment. It is 19 feet tall. Monument was inscribed with the 10 guidelines in 8 different languages. The languages were chosen because they represent most humanity, while Hebrew were chosen because of its connection to the Judaism and Christianity. Number 1 languages in the Georgia Guidestone, where the 10 commandments of Esau is on earth. We are no longer talking about the one in the Bible. On the 6th of this very month, we complete a year. That Georgia Guidestone were brought down by the God of our ancestors using our Space Force, our military alliance, the White Hat, the Galactic Federation, and the rest of them. On the 6th of this very July, we complete 1 year. Up till now, they couldn't detect the thing that brought that thing down, but I know it was it's up there, the trumpet. Now, the languages which they use in writing is English, Spanish, Russian, Chinese, Arabic, Hebrew, Hindi, and Swahili. Now, one of the commandments that were written there, the scripture that were written there, is a maintain humanity under 500 million in perpetual balance with nature. Now, if you go and ratio 8-point-something billion as a population, by 2030, it will be remaining 500 million, which is 5%. Go and calculate it now. A lot of people think it's a joke. And they've almost achieved all their plans. AstraZeneca said that they give almost about 50 million doses. 50 million doses to UK. Maybe if I say Moderna and Johnson. So they already succeeding. But we can start later until become the latest. So there's somewhere we are going. Then let me read it to you. That's the first commandment. And there is a law that Biden, as at that last year, signed. He signed it, antism. The doctrine of belief that there is no God. That's antism. You know, there's a difference between autism, all those small children where they sick. This one is antism, a belief that there is no God. That was a low boy. And if you check their LGBTQ, my dear, Norwegian population is 5.5 million people. The people that came out to come and celebrate the LGBTQ was 60 million people. No, sorry. 60,000 people came out to come and celebrate it. That to say, the population of Norway as we speak now, because there is a law that have already amended. Come and change yourself. Are you going to allow it to happen? You could see the way Spanish people carry their own. That is the way Madrid take food. That everywhere it's imparted. We are not criticizing them, but if not, they go no way the right time in Finland or to North Korea, you could see them in thousands. 60,000 came out in Norway, no slow yesterday to come and match that. This is what you want to stay, and a lot of you are very happy raising up children in that same environment. Do you know the most disgusting in life? When your child now grow of age, oh, mom, dad, my son, when are you going to be introducing? At least you should be having a female friend now. Then your son is going to be coming home. Maybe Newton is his name. Coming home with Johnson. That it showed that no, let's forget about. No, don't just use no. That it's better you yourself we are not born. It's better you are not born. That your child is coming home. You are expected to come out with a girl. Like Newton is bringing back Mary home. Then Newton is now bringing Johnson or Jumbo home. That is a thing you can't survive. Now, what makes Newton to take such decisions? Is because the environment permits it, and a lot of my friends is what they're also doing. And there is a way the environment influences you whether you like it or not, particularly when the thing becomes legal. Now, this is what they wanted Museveni to do, and Museveni approached them so hard. It is your culture, good, carry go. Then why are you not forcing it to Africans? But you are not forcing us to have human rights. You are not forcing a leader to say, okay, now we don't want to be any of your leader, any of your boat to rescue again. We are going to be charging you 1 billion. By so reason, so that the Tunubu that used to achieve money and Osomole, to put them into subjection that they should make use of our natural resources the way we ought to be. No. Look at what they are bringing. They want to depopulate people, they run to Africa. They want to test suggestion, they run to Africa. They want to weaponize you, they run to Africa. Who is accepting it? Your leader have accepted it, they've sold you out. And you yourself, you also joining your leader to also sell yourself out. That's why, if I thought the gate get corroded tomorrow, I have nothing to lose. You know what? I fight to the best of my ability. I fight to the best of, and that's what every neighbor person. If I thought say they can't see catch you, know that you are supporting somebody who has sold you out. The money they use is selling you. Now you also go to help them draw. The same politician who held a meeting, who never ever one day reason whether you have children or not. They don't care. Now you cause they campaign for them. That's why I only campaign for leader when I find out that what you are doing is right. At the very time you going to bring out some certain policy, which I felt that there never a time is going to help my people. I will be the first person to hit you hard. I will hit you hard severely. Now let's go to the second commandment about the Georgia Guidestone. I'm very interested about the Georgia Guidestone today. Now I'll tell you the meaning of antism. And another thing again, it means that it's the belief that in the existence of the supreme being or beings. A disbelief that that any person can be made. God creates somebody from the life, a human being. They no longer depend on Savior and God created heaven and earth. No. Then the second that is the first instruction, that is the first commandment in that Georgia Guidestone is treated. I'm going to be showing us the picture. He said maintain humanity under 500 million with perpetual balance with nature. He said guide reproduction widely, improving fitness and diversity. Now, guide reproduction widely. That is to say reproduction, we know what it is in biology. If they should guide it, that's why they are trying to push this very out of man and man marry each other so that blacks will no longer be giving birth. If you watch it right from time, we both not fed the bone like that. Now we believe on a guavon bag of oil and all of other. So they not very believe. So they are bringing out this thing. Don't tell what they do. The new law is no longer common among the white. Is what they have been doing. But the reason why they are not showing television, trying to make sure they legalize it, is to initiate our children into it. Particularly the European children, you cannot talk to your child, you cannot slap her and let the mark of the slap is in her face. Once you get to school, you, the mother, will have problem. But a child in Edo State, for example, or in Abuja, cannot go to school and show a teacher, my mommy beat me yesterday. Why did your mommy beat you? Because you want to turn yourself from a man, you want to turn yourself to a girl. Even the teacher will also join you to, even the teacher will even call you, say, why you not cut this your pikin head? The mark where you give are not rich. But we are living in a society whereby you can't talk to your children. So that's what they want to do. They know our mindset. That's why the indoctrination to today continues. Then unites humanity with a new language. That's why they call about New World Order. New World Order, they're going to be, the whole world cannot be speaking one very particular language. Either they are going to be using English, you have to go and learn English. Or they bring one very particular thing again, you have to do. That's why they were trying to also rewrite the Bible. Do you know AI, artificial intelligence, they are already programming it that the time is going to come. Artificial intelligence is going to write us a new Bible. AI, artificial intelligence. They are going to be writing out a new Bible. So you can come down from Pope in Vatican. He said, rule, passion, faith, tradition, and all things with tempered reason. Then number 5, he said, protect people and nation with fair law and just courts. Now, we are going to be having everything in oneness. You can commit anything in Nigeria, they bring you to abroad to come and settle you. That's why I told you about it the other day that the church get visa, they want to be using one central to start issuing that visa. That's some of the oneness. So that's that. Then the main one I really want us to focus on is that number 1. Now that one concerns us inside well. So that really explains us. He said, let all nations rule eternally, resolving external disputes in a war court. You'll be ruling yourself, but when there is eternal dispute, you carry it to a specific court. That will make it one world government. He said, avoid pretty laws and useless officials. Pretty laws, that is to say, all those laws will be say they're beautiful. Man and man can start marrying it. Man and woman, no. It's supposed to be man and man, woman to woman. So pretty laws. So you have to avoid it. He said, balance person's right with social duty. Then 9, price truth, beauty, love, seeking harmony with infinity. Then 10, be not a cancer on earth. Leave room for nature. Leave room for nature. That what they are saying, the 10 commandments. And this very thing we built was erected in March 22, 1980, and it was brought down in July 6, 2022. So the people doing this very thing today, they are human beings like you and I. Just the same way I've taken this very path to see the best of what I can be able to contribute to make sure human being remains. That's why today you see our people from Meduland. Most of them, they don't care about themselves. They don't care about what's coming. They felt that their old traditions, a weaponized tradition, a tradition of bomo, they want it to remain. And if you also check what they are doing, in collaboration with what is coming, they want what is coming to favor them. And not even knowing that the same people that is campaigning for them, they don't have room, even in this world, because they are not part of the 5%. But all these, most of all these institutions, they are part of it. Because this is a law design. There are things that will never affect them. I'm here fighting for you very close to the water right now. You have to also fight for yourself. If I don't pray for me, but one thing my God will not allow you or sustain to make sure you are sustained in this life. Don't insult me. Because what I'm doing does not concern you. Don't ever try to have problem with me because calamity will always follow you. I'm always telling you that I was sent to come and preach the gospel to you. Not to come and start, laying curse on you unnecessarily. So I believe that's what. No making yourself. I'm trying to deliver you from their hands. So that's what I'm doing. Now, if you read the book of Corinthians, the book of 1 Corinthians 2 verse 14, he said the person without a spirit does not accept the things that come from the spirit of God, but consider them foolishness and cannot understand them because they are designed only through the spirit. Now, a lot of things that is going on today, the reason why so many persons is not colliding with it, or they are not considering that the fact that what is really coming is true, because they no longer have a spirit. You know, I told you before now that our God is a spirit. Anyone that must worship him must worship God in spirit and in truth. Is in the book of John chapter 4, verse 24. And why the book of John, St. John chapter 8, verse 32, he said, and you shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. Only what is going to free you in this very point in time, or this predicament, if you watch it, what have not happened before is happening. When they talk about rumors of war, we are not talking about the war between Iran and Iran. This is the real war. Bio war is what we are facing today. The fire that be burning in Quebec, in Canada, is burning that affected different states in America. About 100 million people have gone into lockdown. Emergency alert. Now wearing face mask to sleep. Because the mainstream media, they are not talking about it. Because they don't want you to know what is happening. They are trying to take your attention away. That's why any small thing, you see they trigger so kind of your thing. At times they force themselves to just say, not to say you don't know. But there are a lot of secret things that is happening. There are so many things. Protests are going on in some certain country. The mainstream media, they don't talk about it. Until we get it through intel. Some people like me also do blogging. Now come and say it. You don't know about it. They are covering it up. And the reason why they are covering it up is that they want to, catch you unaware, so that you are not prepared, so that you doesn't pray, so that you are not mentally set for what is coming. So that at the time the thing hits you, it will just hit you and apartation comes. Now let's go to the main deal of how the calculation they made when they wrote the Bible. How many people go to be entering heaven? Then for those of us that know how to do mathematics, you go and ratio, you find out that it's equivalent, that 500 million is equivalent to that 444,000 of today. Now Revelation chapter 7 verse 4. He said, then I had a number of those were sealed, that those that were accepted, those that were sealed, or written that are going to be entering heaven, 144,000 from all the tribe of Israel. Now that Revelation 7 verse 5, he said from the tribe of Judah, 12 were sealed, from the tribe of Reuben, 12 were sealed, from the tribe of Gad, 12 were sealed. Then Revelation 7 verse 6, he said from the tribe of Asher, 12 were sealed, from the tribe of Naphtali, 12 were sealed, from the tribe of Manasseh, 12 were sealed. Revelation 7 verse 7, he said from the tribe of Simeon, 12 were sealed, from the tribe of Levi, 12 were sealed, from the tribe of Issachar, 12 were sealed. Now Revelation 7 verse 8, he said from the tribe of Zebulun, 12 were sealed, from the tribe of Joseph, 12 were sealed, from the tribe of Benjamin, 12 were sealed. Now if you read that Revelation 7 verse 9, he said after this I looked, and there before me was a great multitude that no one could count, from every nation, tribe, people, and languages, standing before the throne and before the Lamb. They were wearing white robe and were holding palm branches in their hands. Now, if you look at where the Bible were written down, they try to picture to you the number they are going to be picking from each tribe. And if you check it today, each tribe today still exists in this very world. The tribe we have seen before now means countries. Let's assume now, to what the statistics they wrote down, that they are going to be living 20% in the UK Janjaweed. They are going to be living 20% of the UK Janjaweed. That's why you still have it in your system. It does not mean you even take it now. That's what you don't know. That's why we need to pray for ourselves and start helping each other. That each and every one of us, we make it alive. And the God of our ancestors, bring in the many bed, that as many that have been infected that have good mind, as soon as they lie down on that bed, that they will be saved. So this is the time for everyone to repent and wish each other's well more than ever before. It's not all about me. Go and look for your mates, wish them well. Any person you know that you have offended, you have offended the person does not want you time. You want to go and tell the person, wish the person well. Now, when all these things were written, in America, there's a part of percentage they want to leave. In Spain, there's a part of percentage they want to leave. Now, if you now ratio it, then it will not give you that 500 million. Now, if you also calculate this very one they wrote that time as the book of very Revelation, because things are advancing. Maybe when they wrote it that time, the world was just honorary. It can just be 1 million. 1 million people. That's what it was then. Because at 1918, for example, the world was how many? The world was 1.8 billion. That's what the world is then. Now, if they can see crowd to depopulate it, not to talk about now. And as they are depopulating, they are also controlling births. They want to make sure they stop people from having children. Man, if you look at these very areas, all these houses were full years, so people not there anyone. Now, if I thought the population come every 2 months, we can cut land for them in Uronigbe. Do you know Uronigbe land can almost host everybody in Edo State? If it's been built well. Uronigbe Trokewosi. If you really build house, still have feed, have farms, it can take everybody in Edo State. Now, why are they saying the world is full? All this is they are doing it on their personal selfish interest. And earlier, the better for us to know that these same people, it is not God that gave them the power. They have tried this power to themselves. There was no kingdom that was made from heaven. Even the Beckham Palace you are seeing, the throne does not belong to them. They stole it from somebody. The throne is not for them. Idu you are seeing. It is Ogiso that owns the land. Idu owns the land, not them. So because there were some of our fathers who were really afraid, because they could come out with a higher tax, they take over the land. Even take a look at the promised land that the children of God later went to. Because those people were not serving God well. That was what God sold into Abraham. So if you fold your hand, they would actually collect what belongs to you from you. That's why those days now, we grow up from a home that if your father is not there is something they are afraid of him for. Anybody can just carry fire to your house. They will invade you. But there are some certain things that a manager school or some people they are just the smoking bow or why are so there are people that even smoke but they don't come close to your father's house because they don't say na barrow and paper your papa will take put them for it go and indict them. That is how it is. And if you take out today, we have no such value. If you take this very generation, we are just living lives as soon as we erect a building, that's all. My children is okay, or till something happened to us personally, we don't know how difficult this world is. I think the World Bank now begin to run statistics that if this is not tackled well, in some months' time, Nigeria is about 21% going to be in abject poverty. 21% going to be in abject poverty. One, because they cannot afford 500 or something per liter. But we have already taken it right now as a way of life. What the government did yesterday, all of us were shouting, today we have adapted to it like chameleon. We doesn't know how to say no. Pension age, we are 62 before. Emmanuel Macron wanted to add 2 to it to make it 64. The property France government have lost, nobody have lost it in this world. If I tell you right now, the debt of France is up to about $3 billion. They don't enter debt already. France will see enter total recession. Thousands of cars have been destroyed as we speak. Thousands of cars have been destroyed. That will not be insurance 1 p.m. It is going to be on the government neck. Houses have been destroyed. Thousands of houses. Up to about 50-something stations burnt down because of a 17-year-old boy that was killed. Now, these are the same people, they unleash on us on Lekki. It's not for to come out again. The people that do lead all these things, they will just collect money and say, no, be me one go die. That's why nobody ready to do anything. Don't look at common Facebook now. Not that people cannot even do what I'm doing now more than me. They have pages and they have children. I wonder if somebody is on Facebook, the government of the same Europe, your children, you feel your children is going to school. What about when they are being indoctrinated tomorrow? Then they are not teaching your own child, your own son or your own daughter, teaching them different things in the school, but you come on social media and talk from two sides of your mouth. You are not using social media to fight, at least for your children. That's how a black man will be black in their brain. They only want to protect things that are ephemeral, things that will not last long. If Mark Zuckerberg something happen to them tomorrow, then nobody can ever manage Facebook again. There was a video I did the other day. Do you know it now? I know anyone else, they don't leave that video. That thing affected a lot of persons. That video were not posted. Not that Facebook. I was thinking as I begin to see the other people's page. The video up till now, I never even go there and whether I don't release the video. For more than 4 days, the video were there. They did post it. That's how you are going to see all these viewers you feel you have. Many billion idiotic viewers viewing you from California. This one, they are your followers. Now, you are not ready to cheat critical things onto the head of your follower, rather than fetish things. We should use this thing, social media handle, to save ourselves. I told somebody today on phone, if not me, on cyberspace of Nigeria, what would have happened? Let's be frank and be realistic. How many people do what I do? Come and do this kind of exposition. A lot of people, they don't do it, they feel, I'm not going to give you again. What shall it profit a man to gain the whole world and suffer the loss of his own soul? He never sit in a way person dash me money. He never sit in now. If I'm even doing monetize, could you know the start they gave to me? I don't think withdraw the money for information. We still have $100 inside this thing that I couldn't even withdraw it. They're not released. I don't think withdraw. They let assume and not put man on that. If your way please the Lord, there is a way God will make your enemy to be at peace with you. If your way, there are times you do some certain thing. You may be hungry and thirsty right now, but in the future, it can be that you are helping your children. The society we are helping, we are enjoying today, the Oyibo, their forefather died for it. The same France we are now seeing now, people are going there, seeking asylum, they pay you money and all of that. This is how they have been suppressing their government. A 17-year-old boy that was killed, could you know, almost about more than 1,600 have been detained. Justice for one 17-year-old boy. Even that boy, he even committed a crime. But the crime he committed, you for not shoot him. But you see American vagabonds and aliens supporting the same government who have not helped their father. Supporting the same government who put their father in darkness. Supporting the same government who died. They have treated their father and their mother. The same government was the one that make him a lunatic. If the government were to be good, for example, he would have not been having this and a career. He would have been enlightened like me. Because the same government affected his father. His father couldn't train him in the school. His father couldn't give him a better moral lessons. But you could see now that they are campaigning for the same government. Even they are abroad is not in them. They can't even see. They cannot differentiate. They don't know the meaning of good governance. A man that said I've suffered. The same government that have been there, right? The same system is what we are supporting. Spanish, we always say, me da mutu bewensa. That is a shame. Me da eso no locura. Se gente piensa. That God even piensa than them. God gets sense part. Particularly these American vagabonds. The major people we have today are the people you feel that they're civilized world. They are never civilized. Instead of them to come out with enlightenment series to enlighten the people, because they are fools and they are nincompoos. And did you know this is the society they are building for their children? They don't know that this thing they are doing it for their children. Go and look at the book of Numbers, I think 14 verse 18. He said, God visit the iniquity of the father, of the children, unto the children, to the 4th generation. So whatever you sow, when you say at time, whatever you sow, you read Galatians. A lot of people don't know what I'm doing today. I do pray. River will bear me witness. Let me reap what I sowed. Even in your life, let me repeat. Be pray. If you want God to bless you also, be praying it for me. Can they pray it? They can pray it. Can no one idiot pray it? Let their father come out and pray such prayers. Or let them, one idiot, one alien, come and represent their father. The same way I'm representing today my ancestors. Say, what my ancestors sow, let me repeat. They can say it. So there are so many persons that cannot face the test of time. Do you know the reason why they are multiplying today? Because you are the one that made them to multiply. Do you know the reason why they feel they are winning? Because you are the one that made them to win. You feel God is going to come out and start doing what you have given power to do. The reason why God created you in his own image after his likeness, and he breathed a Zoe life into you. The same thing I do, you need to go and do it. If you lay curse on Canada, there must be fire in Canada. If you lay curse on Emmanuel Macron, people will not die, but that government will be wretched. That's why today Emmanuel Macron government is the most useless government you can ever talk about. I saw Pedro Sanchez today. He was flashing the 24 news. He's sending he's sending armor tank, sending for to Ukraine. Made them to go for Russia. Yeah, Pedro Sanchez could you know he went to Ukraine recently? Why not settle the quarrel? Instead of giving one nation. Did the same person that went to go and meet Putin the other day and CZP. You can just see that. Even the government abroad, you feel they are sensible. They are not sensible. That's why as we are speaking right now, we are trying to create a spiritual governance. Who will come and do for us what we cannot do for ourselves. Because God cannot do for you what you are giving power to do for yourself. That's why right now, I cannot go to Kenya, UN, and start speaking. That's why my activists in the spirit of Idu have entered William RUTO. To be speaking my mind and your own mind. That man is doing the work of my father there. William of RUTO of Kenya is doing the will of Idu Igodomingo. Starting from Kenya. And it's going to go global. So that's the reason why I do our activism. So if we are doing any exposition, God is telling us to tell you that this thing you feel, the way you think it is not Iris. The doctrination they meted upon our lives, it will take the grace of God, God's intervention, for you to get out of it, because you have been taught nonsense right from the womb. One, your educational system. All these y is equals to 4. It was just to stress you out. Now, before mathematics came, how was our father calculating, counting their money? The real mathematics in this life, 1 minus 2. All those long multiplication table, it does not count. All those ones were just indoctrination. That's why today you are seeing Europe after you finish from a Cadolo, most of you finish from the university. It's not counting here. It does not count in Deutschland. It does not count in Spain. It does not count in anywhere. If you have a balancing account in the bank, it does not even count. I have 100,000 in my account. Please, I want to withdraw 50,000. How much going to remain? Is it not 50,000? Then why is equal to 5? More multiplication table, this and that. All those were just to stress you out. That's why a lot of people today, they are not insane. Now, let me put it. No, I will not be putting this one here. Let me put it for tomorrow. Because it's going to divert me a little. I will not be putting it here. Let me add it to the... telling you next time, the Justice Trudeau's father. So, la father, la soyan you. That's why there are people that are ruling the world today. Their papa don't fair come before. Now, what did their papa do remain? How did they do? And if you now accept the same thing they do to your father, it's not your fault. God created you and give you power, dominion. There was nobody. No, they created all these things for themselves. Don't let nobody bamboozle you. Because what did the fellow of do before they capture you? They indoctrinate you with fear, religion psychosis. They are the one that create fear, not it they happen. My dream is sweeter than your own. My dream, I have sweet dream. Even more than you. Don't look at how fresh I am. That was why they bring out juju in Edo. Even the people that even swear the juju, the people that have died there. Is it not this Agbe Aranogbo Yoyo? He went to Nigeria upon support them. Why they not hold and made on that? These idiots. Because he supported evil. That was why he died. Now, one thing we are not getting clear, they stand for the truth, even if you mean you standing alone. Whatever it takes. There is still God out there. There are God everywhere. There are powers everywhere. There are still Mother Nature watching. It is not those days they just catch you unexpectedly, judge you anyhow they like. No. This time around, issue needs to go the way it is. But it does not mean you shouldn't be careful. That's why there are some struggle you'll be fighting. You mind the people you go out with. Evaluate them very well. Mind where you eat. That if people want to harm you at time, they will carry charm. Tell somebody to come and put it in your food. Out the web bugbear. But not they kill anybody. Particularly when you speak the truth. How was they able to indoctrinate us? So that nobody can ever talk to them. If you look at Benin people today, they are still carrying that same old narrative. Somebody that sold you. Even when you see the atrocity in the Bible, you can't see preach it. Look at this idiot right now. I think he's doing celebration recently in Germany. They want to lay curse on him. But in as he have reversed to start supporting them, automatically he will not be our enemy again. So if you are a truth teller, and within your mind you like some of our activism, don't let them label you. The very day you say these people, they are not your friend, that very day you start walking towards light. I swear to God, if I'm blind, this is what I look at me. The very day you disconnect yourself and accept the fact that you and these people, you are no friends, my dear, that very day, your head go correct. Because imagine an entity that supports evil, that everything they do is right. Let me play an audio to you. But I don't know why I'm not seeing the Facebook I use in sharing this thing. Whether my this thing is infected, I don't know. Let me see. Let me try again. There's something I want to play to us. There's something I want to play to us here. There's a song that we're singing for Obaseki. Let me see if we can be fair enough. If this song can be sung for traditional rulers in Edo State. And the governor and traditional ruler, which one is more powerful? Oh, this thing could open it. Okay, let me go to the thing reading that it have already been deleted. Now I know this song, but I don't want to hear from so that you hear from the horse's mouth. If I can't get the song, I will use my mouth to sing it. But I'm going to be abbreviating it. Every you know my yata. Then for you to know how crooked and how senseless and how our society have been over-weaponized. But a lot of people don't know. They feel that's the best way they can ever live their life. That's what they feel. Let's see if it will open from here. Okay, the thing is here. Listen, oh. Now, this is the highest height of indoctrination. And the same goat, you want it to give you light. The same goat, you want it to give you light. Now, who do then this one? Now, they are doing this thing now in the favor of the palace. So that this one would not make the palace whosoever that leaded this very stupid and whatever rally right now, then they will not give him bid. But when Frank era idiot mobilized to go and destroy house, even the people that came out for protest, they couldn't even insult. They were still saying the government please don't come to our aid. International community, they destroyed our house. This is the highest hype of indoctrination. And when we talk about weaponization, this is what is the recent state is made for. And this is the kind of society you want your children to dwell. Now, you are living there does not mean that you are living a normal life. For those of you that hate oppression, how can you stay in the same society? Me, if the whole world is going to remain like this and it does remain how it is today, no need of me even coming. Because I'm going to be upset every day by day. You go here, Nineveh governor and go to you. Why some chiefs are selling lands? You cannot even go for protest and insult them. It's never, you can never. But the world leader today, Queen is insulted in UK, even in front of the Buckingham Palace. This idiot in America, he went to number 10 Downing Street and insulted Theresa May. The strongest leader in the whole Europe. Did they arrest him? They didn't arrest him. They did not arrest him because that is just normal thing. But they are saying Nineveh now go to you. Can they say Nineveh Palace now go to you? They can say it. Now, Obaseki is not married to sister. Then you say goat. Who can marry two sister, uncle? No. What about the people that sleep with their cousin? They are not goat. So you don't look at how people can be. Now, if you cannot insult this one, what's the need of you insulting the other one? Why? Because some persons is bribing you guys, giving you money. And let me assure you today, your days are numbered. By 2030, that's why for those of you that come to Biniman, I'm not coming. Coming to come and do what? 6 years from now, I'm not wishing you death. Mema what you woo, mema what will Oma no weni me wo toga kawe me. E baba udugwe me la wo pe ma me o pe ma me ni yagbe iye me o iye me wo we o iye me baba iye me ba me. I know most of you will be surprised. So me do some erimadwe. That's how it is be done. So a lot of people don't know. So why are you running threats? Why are you not using the few lives that remain to speak the truth? By 2030, 5% will be remaining, 95% gone. Go and do your findings. And what not you say so the way I choose to put. Why should I be afraid of your father? Why should I be afraid? You are not going to even be in life to fight with him. Artificial intelligence can be alloying because I have a weaponizing. So then what are you killing yourself for? If we speaking the truth, we make us to say Allah. We will speak the truth. If you see me in anywhere, grip me. Whatever you want to do it, and wait for the repercussion. So this is the weaponization we are talking about, and this very thing right now, the same people that had this very protest, all the chiefs will be praising them. Don't know how to lie, go to power, they'll give you bid. Support them all. Don't know how to hate an abetting criminal. That's why I'm not afraid of you now. By 2025, you can't recognize me again. Because you are going to become an artificial intelligence. So why should I be afraid of you? Why should I be afraid of you? By 2025, by 2030, you are gone. Then why should I be afraid of you? Oh, I can no longer stay for 6 years. I'm not coming. If you give me then what are we talking about? People are here speaking the truth to make sure our society is okay. Why some they do meleske? You will call person name today, automatically the person tomorrow longer because he's fighting for you people. Why must you encourage lies? Why are we encouraging lies in our society? Why? I don't get it. And in the place where you are, a 17-year-old boy killed, France turned upside down. Elections were stolen in Brazil. The people, the patriots in Brazil, they went to go and destroy their presidential villa. They made the court, the electoral court yesterday, banned Bolsonaro from any political office by 2030. Now you see our alien tomorrow travel to Brazil, they want to go and seek asylum. But you cannot do the same thing likewise with the Brazilian is doing. More than 1,600 people is right now lavishing in detention in France. Do you know why? In case when you come tomorrow, no policeman will also shoot you. And I want to be praying for Edo people. As many of you that support evil, evil will follow you. As many of you that support people that speak the truth, instead of you to appreciate them, graphinos that will kill you. The only people that this thing will kill, this injection will kill, are the people that hate our activism. Yes, because our activism consists of the truth. This is the gospel. And nothing more than this. This will not be gospel. This is not a gospel. Go and read the book of Mark chapter 16 verse 15. He said, go into all the world and preach the gospel. This is a gospel. Anything that carries the word of salvation in the gospel. Then what are you talking about? If you hate us, injection will kill you. I'm going to be putting a boundary, and that's it. This is what I have. I will not tell you to come and like me. No, this is the truth. Now, if you silence us, the same way you have silent pastors who were supposed to use the Bible, look at what the house has said. And really it's true. Do you know the same as then that Oibo came? And they told us, and most of our fathers, they are the one that sold us out to Oibo. Those are the real human beings. That's why if you are Ogmanji, you don't know who you are. For you to go to another world, you will sleep. You will go mission. You don't know. You are the God on earth. You don't know, but a lot of you now, pastor turned you to Mami Water, we are banned. The same pastor while we are the same department. The very day his husband became a pastor. You know, David talked about bad day because who don't worry. Automatically, as soon as he married a pastor, a fake man of God, he will go to the altar while you yourself is sitting in the congregation. If you start fooling yourself, then our own spirit right now, your own is even more better. You were doing better than your dream is more clearer than his own those days. He will not also be the one laying hands on you. Automatically have turned to pastor or Saknemoki. Then won't you think that they have been manipulating you? Now, if you have such a spirit, you are a special species. I'm telling you today. But don't use it to do evil. Try to see what you do about it. There is a special purpose where God created. It's not everybody that can see tomorrow. And this is the same thing that made the white people kill. They exiled most of our fathers with their hure. They were not the ones seeing all this power you are seeing today. All what they did were did by our fathers. Before they carried our father into slavery, there were nothing in this Europe. Now our park can't do one for them. The future you are seeing today, that what they are doing today, our father were the one that saw it for them. Rather than we don't have a soothsayer. Nobody will come out from the same egg. Will come and prophesy all of them, all of them. But before, again, man, I still have born. Having you man away, but those days, we be I go to see tomorrow. Somebody told me from Italy. I will not mention his name. He said it was his father that told him not to take injection. Or where you are, true to God, the true life story. That was what the guy told me. He might be watching, but I will not mention the location. His father called him. He said, Kola not fair. His father was the one that called him. Ready. Did your palace call you? Even these vaccinated and intellectual, they did not tell them. We graphene outside, be fighting. But I have the tenacity and the reason to defend my father's land. Because my father were the one that gave me encouragement to fight Zetacon and Omicron. I fought it to a standstill. I have laid curse on UK. UK today have no peace. I have laid curse in Justin Trudeau's head. Under his time, there will be calamity, but not calamity upon our blacks. I can't run off a calamity. Have you not seen me lay curse on Emmanuel Macron? As the government of Emmanuel Macron is holding $3 billion. Then what are you saying? So if we tell you some kind of thing, you don't know the efficacy or the efficiency of our word. You think, now, if God were supposed to use platform to start choosing people, according to views, I would have not been choosing. Do you know why? God make me available. This is not the view I used to see you. They trick my viewers. This useless, idiotic alien, number one alien in Dallas, Texas. During the 2020 election, he brought up my picture. He sent his artists They started fighting my page. That's why today, everything go with social media. At times, you start accusing other people. I look at him. It's what you saw. Only person that I've never fight anybody's page in my life is me. I've never blocked anybody's picture one day. I've never even mentioned anybody's name. I hardly. Yeah, I worked on the work because you are not my problem. You are not even part of the problem. Even yourself. Even banana amatiwe. Agbe agano banana wa no ya fian wo yowa. No let me we wa agbo ya fian wo yowa. Igbe agano gbe mage etan man. E grafi on we gbo ni na. Do wa man na no wa hen. They couldn't protect. You are protecting somebody, somebody is not. The person is not protecting you. Why you are protecting the person? Now we have a God who have been sustaining us in all these ways. Who have given us the strength, the energy, the IQ to see tomorrow, to combine that together. It has not been my. If it is what education, I can't do this. If it was by education, I can't do this. But because God is by my side, and I choose to make myself available, that's why today I do what Wole Soyka have never wanted done in this life. I do what anybody couldn't do in this Europe. But my figure be cool. Where are the Sheshega idiots? Where are they today? I think American they have a baby where you're torrent, but they don't protect the life of their children. How do you know a man that loves his children? He fight for enabling environment. When they say education is the best legacy you can do to a child, they did not say riches is the best legacy you can do to a child. Educating your loved ones, educating your works about the society they are living is something is not done about it, what's about to happen. What I'm doing right now is education. I grew up to meet my father, fight for the social well-being of the people in the society. My father those days was one of the first person in Ogida to evaluate that this 258 transformer we are using is not enough. We should be using 500. If which cast confess for our Lord, they'll say now they use. My father told them when they were going to why can't be say now so waiting no good at the poor body? When are you people ever going to say okay this thing over man way? He said not be they cause that problem. It's overloading. Do you know when they later my father they donated money to buy another transformer in Igbenadua? As at then Igbenadua were not having constant light. These were what which claimed today. Now waiting mistakes where you made deliberately. Either because you were senseless or you are not talked to, that what made that thing to happen. At times we start accusing which and giving glory to them. Not that I'm not trying to tell you that they don't cost, but most of the time it is the mistake that we have made they work upon. Am I what I do? It's my right to say fire will enter this thing. I don't go there. I don't send anybody. Now matter to talk. I cut to yoni. I guess voodoo him now. I only talk on the day. No, I go there. I've never been in Quebec. If I thought they are going to arrest anybody, they will arrest do alien in Canada. Yeah, we are in Canada. But you know me, I told him. In the just the word me. You know you know that. So God will not do the rest. If at all, there is a way God also use your enemies to fight themselves. What am I trying to say in essence is this: let my word come from our mouth, and let you always declare some certain things. And this is the natural power God have given to us. Call it forth. Call it forth. It will happen. You are God on your own. I played a video to us that day, one night. What is Tucker Carlson? What he said about we blacks. Our potentiality is 99% different from the white folks. We are the original people on earth. But due to the life our people live, they all believe that abroad is a place, don't look for money, and we have gotten the money, we are still stuck here. Let's even assume now, you got the money, you go back home. The very day before these Titan people that went to go and have view a Titanic ship, before they die, did you know 500 people on board in a ship, migrants? Something happened to them, nobody talked about it. But only 5 people, the whole world were shaking. Because only poor man that feels the pains, because those people were poor. No television station talked about it. CNN did not blow it. But these same 5 people who've already know, even the CEO of Ocean Gate were part of it. They people know that this they may not even come back alive. They embark on the journey. But you could see everybody were concerned. Now, why are they not so concerned over the people that's in the ship? Because we are living in a world whereby some few people lives. The people controlling this world today are just 12 family. 12 family all control world in a 12 family. Kun is number 1. Vatican number 2. Go to Davos. They are there. Go to Germany. They are there. Up to Spain, I'm a part of it. A king of Spain. He's a globalist. Mandenea. We know all of them. All these Rockefeller. The people on this world, you could see what William RUTO said. How can economy of the world be controlled by 5 persons? How can? That was why he told them in that summit, Global Financing Pact, he told them that we are going to be agreeing here. We take the decision in Nairobi. But before they agree and they conclude everything there. Now it's no longer like that. I've heard. Let me go and tell my people in our parliament. But Nigeria, as we speak today, some alien does not want Nigeria to go forward. They are not telling Nigerian government to leave Biafra and let Biafra go. I was sent a video the other day. Go and look at how Tinubu government is wasting your brothers' lives in war front, fighting unnecessary fights. What is the problem of the Igbo people? No, if you are not senseless, it will consume you tomorrow. What is the problem of Igbo people? They will send your brother who is a police or who is an army, go to Igbo land and fight. Those ones will also relate them. You are coming to come and kill our people the same way Opus or Dima used to do it. These people, they are not backing down. Only people that doesn't have a land is a do alien. They don't have a land. Anybody can take it. That's why it's not their own. Look at this very woman in the Bible. One said, don't divide the child. The other one said, do you know the one that was saying divide the child? It is not the one that owns the child. The one that said, leave it for the other person, let it carry with the one that owns the child. This is what you are seeing in our land today. We are the one that have a loyal voice. We don't have any chief today that will go there and meet. All our chiefs is in exile. Only do go to land. A 90-year-old man will be hiding his head. Then a 22-year-old boy will start fighting for freedom for a 90-year-old man. He's in our lands. Who's supposed to be in exile? Is it not our men that are supposed to say most of our father who can bear this women? I'm 80 years now. They are not saying it. Because they don't care. You see it around us. So they don't care. So every little thing we are doing today, if you refuse to appreciate it, my dear, you are doing yourself. If you watch it, since you have been insulting Newton is going forward, why you yourself? Only block, fully vaccinated, microbitis in your head. So what's the need? If you can't beat them, you join them. Now you cannot beat us. You join us. Let's fight this thing. So this is what we are seeing in our society. A 70-year-old man will be calling you, right down, wawa here. Wawa here, man. Because I don't worry, you know why. Oh, no, me, not be a keep your guane. A daughter near said no beer will be fighting for freedom, try to take the state back. Oh, you be tortoise. He said, make it picking. They use axe. Till they cut the wood. Made they say Gboza. He said, now Gboza and I work. That was what tortoise did. That was why some of our fathers today. He do fathers. That's what they are doing. That's tortoise. He said, the child should be cutting the tree with us. Say, made they say Gboza. I said, now Gboza and I the world day. He's speaking, will say, hey, or can they always go? That is tortoise. That's who they are. Now, what is the use of your life? Just that you go away like without making any impact. If you check our legend today, people will remember. Do you know Bob Marley children, they will reap the fruit of labor of Bob Marley. Is he not the one that sang Africa Unite? Is he not the one that sang Buffalo Soldiers? What did your father leave behind? He left a property for you that cannot speak for himself. We don't know how to live name for our children. We know how to live properties. We don't know how to fight for better society for children. We only learn how to create problem down for our children. What book creates is problem? And these very useless youth today, particularly a do alien, they've learned it how to create problem for them. Do you think we are going to see your children tomorrow and not your children? Even when 100 vaccine, we will not value them now. Like father, like son. They are going to be relegated. Because everything you are doing, we are seeing it. Now you are going to tell her, okay, you were having 1 million views those days. What did you use that your Facebook to do? You are going to give account of it. Okay, you were campaigning for government. A government for 1 season. Why myself, I'm doing campaign that will also make your government to succeed. All of them, they are hiding. Information they will hear. Instead of them to hear it and disseminate it, they'll go and work the information. You na mumu, you they share their video, they follow them. Why are they not telling you the danger ahead of time? They don't want to tell because they don't love you. So the only person today categorically who have the agape love of God for you is me. I know you will not be able to disseminate this. It is me that have the real love for you. Because a man that loves you should give you informations. Information you had is going to lead you to your transformation. No information, no transformation of any sort. No matter how spiritual you may be, you need information. That information you have is what you got to go and tell God, God, I've heard about this information. Look at what I want you to do for me. That's why when you are sleeping at times, don't sleep. When you are sleeping, don't sleep. Because I need to combine the door together. I cannot just come out the time telling you one particular thing. I don't know where they are to pass. I don't know where I know what I know today because I search for it. I don't see people to watch you. Same way you watch me right now, you got everything for free. I pay for my information with my time. If God has revealed something, I want to go and get the clarification. On the 30th of June, Aro and Nene Ate Geron Dogbe Donald Trump, they were killed. Aro and Nene Ate Dogbe. Viens Google le rien agbe. Viens Google le rien. Who will last year also? You have to target the video the malalogo one. So you don't know what is coming. You don't feel because everything is covered up, things are still very beautiful. There are a lot that is coming that you don't know. If you check dustbin these days now, be watching your area. Properties, they are loading it in dustbin. Because I know say it's something like this, but things are no longer the way it ought to be. Somebody will tell me in one of these European countries, he do this hotel work. But they have up to about tens of workers before. He is not the only person that is remaining as an old worker. The rest of them are new people. What happened to the rest of them? All of them today, no one has the strength to work again. No one has the strength to work again. So if we are talking here, we are not talking to frighten you. We are talking so that whenever they are bringing out any other narrative, you know how to follow it up. That's why we put our information here. So we are not afraid of your father. Neither we are not afraid of you. We are not afraid of your gods. Even could you even know? You are the one manipulating your gods. Your gods, they are even tired. The reason why your gods no longer supporting you, they are tired. Your God know that. Imagine if I, for somebody, I stole something from somebody, then I give it to person. And the person will be worrying me in the night. And you yourself, you are still looking at it that I'm the one that owned that thing. I might have given up that thing spiritually. It's okay, even more. You are just on social media creating more enmity for yourself. Creating more enmity for yourself. Your ancestor is no longer supporting you. That's why they are doing voodoo and mudu. The ancestor is no longer supporting them. I do my prayer here, I leave. How it happen, I don't know. Come on, let Ogbarigbe come and bust me now. I don't have concussion I use in laying course on UK. I always say it here. Let the uncle come and lay for me. Where TNM, what's a nice name? Where TNM? Oh, we're winner. You know why my own they work? My own is more effective than your own because my own is consist of truth. So we don't need to lie. Whatever thing we are telling you from the heart of our heart. So let's be very, very careful. Make what you don't know. Make you not know you. It's very, very important. Because this is no longer time we should study evil. Rather than let embrace righteousness. What is righteousness? Right standing with the people that are dying. So if you watch it today, I'm no longer too interested about what this might go to do in Nigeria. I know whatever it is doing in Nigeria is not going to last long. It's not part of the transition to global greatness. It's going to do it on and leave. And the whole world is going to be better again. And these same people want to eradicate by 2030, they want to eradicate 95%. Also, we also want the whole population to remain. Our plans is not to eradicate. Their plans is to kill you. Our own is to save you. So let's see you win. If you choose to go to their side, we lose you. No problem. But I am of the opinion, if I may stand on your behalf, I know that you want to leave. I know that you want to live, but how to live you don't know. But I'm not submitting to you today. Yo quiere que tú vives en ese mundo. Yo no quiero que tú mueres. No quiero que tú mueres. Quiero que tú vives más de 100 años. Then what's your problem? I want you to live. I want to be alive. So you have to join it when it start speaking truth. I got about one idiot. Anytime. You been come to Benin. Ni ya son explosive no sunu ba. E graphene akara. E graphene no be your side. Agbada on be van ogbe obono ke. And we no gbe no ma je no ma. Not say na joke. Not be joke. So you have to fight to make sure you are more than 5%. You may be gbinana so make sure I'm more than 5%. Yatana. A work on me from Wayana. Wari Davos in Switzerland. For those of you in Switzerland, drive there and ask them. Or you can go ask them in Zurich. Hola. You can also ask them in Buckingham Palace of Vatican. Wayana Pope. Otamuwa. Imam Pamava. And it's true. So let's be very, very careful and let's embrace a peace. So I've told you the inscription of the 10 commandments of devil, which is the Satan. We're not meeting in humanity, which is what ratio exactly the same thing. 8 point something billion, they want 8 billion go. 1 point something, about 500 million that's going to be remaining. They want it to stay alive. So you have to make sure you're part of the people that are going to be alive. This is not a conspiracy theorist. That's why whatever it takes you to fight for yourself to stay alive. And for those of you making money, you want to kill yourself for money. This is no longer time to gather wealth. This is the time, whatever thing you can do a little to make sure your immune system still remains. Just do it small. No need of you using greediness. But take care of yourself. If most of you are not very, very careful right now, you go and build a house for your enemy. We are both one enemy way. Or no man cannot stay, you are where to stay. If you are not very, very careful, your brothers and sisters that hated you most will be the one to inherit your house. So whatever it takes for you to buy the truth, buy it, but don't sell it. There are some people who are doing some exposition in YouTube. Their own is not even more sophisticated as our own. Do you know? They create a group whereby if you enter there, you have to pay money to enter. And the information you are going to get there will make information now. But you are getting it for free. We even pray for you for even sharing a video and pray for our commenters. I think I pray for our first commenter today. I pray for our first commenter today. Who will do that? Very, very appreciative. And I let it from my mind. So please, whatever you can do, let's do it. Lead me into temptation. I was growing up then, I think the early 90s. The very time I was eligible to have my personal room in my father's house. The first thing I created on the wall, I mowed it. I grumbled that I have no shoe, until I met a man without a feet. And again, I also wrote, lead me not into temptation is better than deliver me from evil. These are some of my principles. And it is very fundamental to me. I have the strength to avoid problems. That is the most good part of me in life is that I have this. I can strategize to avoid problems. Not that if it mistakenly happen, I will always get out of it. But one of my first principles is to avoid it. Then if it can't happen, I'll not say not be my fault. I don't deliberately enter problem. And this is the mindset I want every one of us. So don't just abandon that and say, not me. As some people now, you advise them, do this thing on time, go say never reach. You go say never reach. This is your own thing. You never reach. That's what I do. I tell you ahead of time, do this thing on time. Ukwa said, let me be going early so that I came back very early. So it is very bad to start climbing early and sit up at late. If you start climbing early, you are supposed to, sit up very early. That is how it's supposed to be. So lead me not into temptation. If you are praying that prayer, God, I don't want to see temptation. God, I rebuke temptation. Then you are not praying, God, deliver me from evil. Every evil that is in my father's house, I ban you out. Just pray, God, don't let them come near my dwelling. if they come, and if you have allowed them to come, you are going to find yourself in a state of cardiac trouble, or a state which I call a state of resonantia magnetica. So let me be silent, let me be leaving you here. By the grace of God, I'll be telling you the person that gave birth to Justice Trudeau. So, a Quebec or what game in Abuana, while we have a doiling celebrating parties. Go to YouTube, you see all of them. They have no apology for that. Sir. If you have a problem on Ragmona, they are the major problem we have. Fire is burning around Canada. Spanish have to send 100 bomberos. 100 again. Canadian government is not crying for EU to help them to come and quench fire. Why Benin alien? They are doing their celebration. This is where they have children, no? Where they have children. They will. I've never seen anybody be in solidarity with these people one day. They are not in solidarity. Hey, Joy Trudeau, they know one. Joy Trudeau. Maybe by tomorrow I'll be telling you your father's name. Joy Trudeau. Joy Trudeau. Esu. You go deal with all of you mercilessly. Why your party? Why beg young member? Why o enegbuwa? If no siren real wagwalo. We are not talking about firefighters that have left America, firefighters that have left Mexico, that have left Argentina. Spain supported them with 100 firefighters from Spain. Not the same continent. But we have a do alien who are the same country doing party. Because I'm not one. Vagabonds. Yeah, you come. When we were 2 men, I just pity on our children. They were be money. We can't be. We can't the war. No wonder they call you sheep in the Bible. Oh, one. Yeah, so I'm waiting until you do. Then I talk by. We are feeling one. We are feeling with your word. None of them will say, "Let me talk by." The people that never one day helped you once, I will celebrate. Please, for those of you that want to, let's subscribe to our YouTube channel. IAICP TV is our YouTube channel. IAICP TV. Yes, all what they do is to know how to insult people. No, well, what are you getting? By 2030, that will go and do your research. If you want me to paste it, I'll paste it for you. 80 billion world will be 2030. 8 billion. Anytime I think I'm the laugh. I work in 5%. A book of life. When they were supposed to read the Bible when I read there, they all ran. The thing is going to be rosy all the time. And they know one. Morons. A do to the word. Uru idiot. Oh, no. Imi wa ajo ya no wa. Even know now where e mo ro pa hin ara gbon na 5% of hin aro. Ya iga ajo ya no wo ka boa. O me go say boy am bogberu wa am ya wa so ni ra mo bogbe. 6 years from now yire. We are here, Mama, we to adeg when we come to Benin. Me have behind over there. Nonsense. Please, IAICP TV is our YouTube channel. Then again, follow us on INDOCTRINATION. INDOCTRINATION is a promised land. Follow us there. Because at any time God leads, we can broadcast from there. Also follow us on New World Construction International Limited. Follow us there also. And also subscribe to our backup YouTube channel, INTERUDO, in case anytime you have monarch anytime they see carry IAICP TV, then we'll use the INTERUDO INTERUDU 247 TV. INTERUDU 247 TV. So that's that. So our telephone number is +3463105624. Our telephone number +3463105624. That's our telephone number. Please, let's go home and start thinking. Don't really take this in as a joke. That was why I was flabbergasted, or I was dumbfounded the other day when AstraZeneca vaccine came out and said they gave 50 million doses to people. And if you do and you had it because of you. Gosh. I was not happy about it. AstraZeneca vaccine alone, they said they gave 50 million doses of their whatever to you. I was not happy. But did God choose us somebody to speak out? He chose us somebody. Eke a forming now, a hangbe, I'm a professor. Wale look bobo here, I don't worry, what you do? What you do worry na? That's why leave me no into temptation would have been more better. Even of a generation, we'll keep on dragging it. If God say, yes, I had my but then why do I thought we're there or die and die? No. Die with your spirit. It just through the master of Boo. Imagine, I want to go be a guy, I walk with bones in 1 year. Shame on you. Shame. Because I walk when Lily ran and there go there. So when we blended it, we la father la son. Uhuro wama dege. Egwa wama dege mi no denu wa ana wa mi wa ya fe akon enu wa. Pon enu. Abe we no man egbe. Ya degbe enu wa. Eruwa bi wa ado vie. Eruwa bi wa ya is a vianze. After all 2030 year. De ara mi egbe o se men onari no. De ara mi egbe mi da men onari no. Tanu ye ke ya vene ukodo e kan do akpe na. Why me down no. I grew up from that B-side though. I'm from California. I'm not from California. All way to now I know, but I don't want just to go down whatever. Please, let's go and do our research. The very day you know what's happening, you know how to position yourself. It's not a joke. I might be laughing saying it, but it's not a joke. This was out there. Go to Economic World Forum, go to their website, go to CDC, their website. About what they said about a zombie, that one is also loading. So everywhere is scattered. Nigeria is preparing for their whatever, their struggle. I pray they succeed. So everywhere is just turned upside down. So may God help us all as many that want to be saved. Eternal King of Glory, I commit all our followers and all our allies. I commit Donald Trump, the chairman of Salvation for Humanity and Redemption, both Putin, both CCP, and as many who is fighting to make sure human being remains. Eternal King of Glory, I pray you keep on protecting them. The God of our ancestors continue to guide everyone that we are in this struggle together. All our mother goddess, all our queen mothers. May God continue to uplift them and guide them and protect them. They are their children, so that the enemy will not ask us tomorrow where the God will serve. If the war at the front will be at the back, if the war at the back will be at the front. All these are asked of. In the name of the God of the ancestors of our land, he said.